It's hard to resist shucked Kumamoto oysters served over a bed of ice and seaweed, splashes of fresh yuzu, and garnished with the confetti of microgreens. To further entice your taste palette, a selection of 3 artisan sauces to choose from. We'll be using farm-raised Kumamoto oysters. This box contains 5 dozen stacked in trays. Briny, sweet, plump and juicy, with the chewy texture followed by a hint of cucumber. The shells are dense and not brittle. Compared to many domestic oysters, this makes them very easy to open without sending shell fragments everywhere. Petite and deep shelled, which makes them very easy to open. These oysters have a gentle chew, moderate juice, which mixes extremely well with sauces. Prepare a brine water bath using sea salt. Table salt can also be used. The leading cause of food poisoning from oysters is not from the oysters themselves, but from the exterior that has not been properly cleaned. Soak oysters in the bath for a few minutes. This removes all the harmful content. Unless you like the taste of the ocean floor, do not skip this process. Scrub off any debris that have not been washed by the brine bath. Drain water and make the final inspection for any remaining debris. Discard the soiled water and allow the oysters to air dry. Clean the workspace to avoid any contamination. Fill the serving bowl with ice to serve the oysters. This also keeps them fresh and plump. Hinoki wood has natural antimicrobial properties, in addition to being a natural insulator. Use a towel to securely hold the oysters when prying open. Pry open from the hinge. Once tightly positioned, lightly twist to expose the interior. Pry the top adductor muscle. This helps the oysters stay fresh longer. Otherwise, you'll be greeted with a very unpleasant taste. Gently tap with tool for a dense sound to verify the oyster is intact. An echoing hollow sound signifies a vacant shell. For the safest method of opening an oyster, place thumb on the tool to focus energy while guiding it. Our garnish includes these beautiful finger limes. They are available from late spring to fall. Depending on your climate, they'll produce fruits 2 to 3 times a year. We'll be mixing different varieties to complement the flavor combinations. Commercial finger limes such as green and white varieties can be found in specialty markets during season. For $30 US, you could take a pound home. I recommend growing these. It's very easy and provides you with more than enough to eat annually. Let's unveil the oysters and prepare them for garnishing. Yuzu is a Japanese citrus fruit. The flavor can only be described as the world's best citrus. Dwarfs are grown from grafts. What this means is that they can fruit in the early stages of their lives, as compact trees. For the most fragrant and high juice yield, harvest when yellow. For aromatic and tart tasting juice, harvest when green. Or, harvest in between for the best of both worlds. Complement the oysters by adding microgreens. This adds subtle flavors without overpowering. Grown with minimal resources, they are extremely nutritious. Experiment with different flavor combinations. Microgreens have a very unique taste. Decorate with seaweed. These can be collected from a nearby ocean or purchased dried from the Japanese or Korean markets. I like to make a small incision and snap them in half. The best way to extract finger lime pulp is to squeeze it from the bottom. This provides the highest yield. Avoid cutting them in half, the oils will produce a bitter taste. I like adding 2 to 3 varieties of finger limes. This creates several layers of flavors. Yuzu can be found in Japanese supermarkets around fall to winter with a price tag of $20 a pound. Use a sharp knife to cut the yuzu in half from the center. This releases the best flavors. Avoid cutting yuzu into wedges. It contains many seeds and minimal juice for it to be effective. Keep yuzu chilled before serving. This releases the pure essence, giving that umami bite. Let's take a closer look at our sauce selection. Bonito-based fish sauce, fresh Santoku chilies, shallots, garlic, and rice wine vinegar. Shoyu and Sudachi base, mixed with a splash of yuzu and topped with green onions. Yuzu Kosho, yuzu juice, and a pinch of yuzu salt. Yuzu Kosho is made by fermenting chilies, salt, and zest for several months. Explore my channel for the recipe. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more recipes.